Hello and happy Monday, March 20th, the official first day of spring. At least that's what my calendar says. And with the sun shining, the birds chirping, my neighbor outside working, it's almost believable. I happen to love spring. I love spring. It's my favorite time of the year. I love sitting around the fire pit. I love spring sports. Everybody knows I love lacrosse. I love riding my motorcycle. My favorite time of year to ride is riding before it's too hot. Being able to get out there on the bike and ride for hours and not die in the heat. I love it. So I love spring. As Rob Wetmore, I love spring. As Sensei Rob, I dread this time of year. This time of year kills my students' consistency. My attendance goes, students get distracted. You're gonna see an email from me, a little letter, and it's gonna be titled, "Don't let the bright sunshine blind you from your goals." I know how hard it can be when you get home from school or you get out of work and the sun's shining and you wanna be outside, you wanna go for a walk, you wanna go for a ride, you wanna play with your friends, and it's hard to get motivated to get to class. But that's where your discipline has to kick in. Keep a consistent schedule. Yes, you have to do this. We brush our teeth twice a day, we shower once a day, we do our homework every day, and we go to class twice a week. That's what we do. So because the long-term benefits of martial art training are worth it. So that's important. But the next thing I want to talk to you guys about, and I want to try to keep this as short as I can today so you guys watch the whole video, please watch the whole video, is spring sports. I dread the emails and the phone calls right now that I get. This time of year, oh, Johnny has to stop, he's playing baseball. Johnny can't come to class anymore because he's got lacrosse. Johnny can't come because he's doing parkour. What is parkour? Parkour? I would never sign my kids up for parkour. My kids bounce off the walls in my house all the time. I'm not gonna sign them up and teach them how to bounce better off my walls. But anyway, that's another topic. Anyway, but spring sports. I want kids to be involved in activities. I want them doing other things. I want them involved in lacrosse and baseball and swimming and soccer. And I want them doing other things. But you don't have to give up martial art training. Parents come to me and say, how do I choose between sports and martial arts? I said, you don't. Well, I don't want to be running 5 nights a week. Why not? That's the world we live in today. The fantasy of being home and at 5 o'clock and sitting around the dinner table at 5:30 together as a family and playing card games on the patio surrounded by your white picket fence, those things are a fantasy. That's not the world we live in today. We're going to go all the time. That's the reality. And what you need to do is just make the most quality of that time that you can spend together. But my point is this, your martial art training, if the kids are playing lacrosse, martial arts is going to make them better at it. Faster reflexes, better proprioception, better coordination, stronger, more disciplined, more focused. Baseball, same thing. They're going to benefit from this training. Soccer, my goodness gracious. We use our feet every day in martial arts. Soccer, think about all the kicks we do. It's just going to make you stronger. It's going to make you more accurate with your kicking. Your martial arts permeates into everything else we do. Helps us in school. We always talk about that. But your sports, you're only going to benefit from your martial art training. Well, my schedule's too crazy and I need to be at practice every day and blah, blah, blah. Well, youth sports should not be practicing 5 nights a week. I'm just letting you guys know that. Any youth coach that is making these kids do 5 nights a week of practice, that's an atrocity. That should not be happening. They should have time to do other activities, okay? They're children. Now, I get it when you're in high school, it's a little bit different, but I'm not talking about high school sports. High school sports are right after school. They can do that and then come to class at night. That's fine. But making sure you leave time to be a martial artist is key. Now, I know you may not be able to get there consistently twice a week. So if your schedule is that crazy, back down to once a week for now. And when your season's over, do some makeup classes. Start coming 3 times a week to catch up. But don't stop. Remember, when these sports are all done, and like we talked about last month in my chat, youth sports for most of us, are done by the time we're 18 years old. We've had great memories, we've had a lot of fun, but they're done. But our martial art training, the benefits that we get from our martial art training, the discipline, the confidence, the self-defense, the non-quitting spirit, those are life skills. They're gonna keep helping us for the rest of our lives. So it's so important that we don't let that just go because we're a little busy this spring with lacrosse practice. So I know some of the parents, I'm talking directly to you. I know I got contacted by a couple people last week. I know I have some meetings this week. Please hear me. Keep martial arts a staple that they always return to because it's the one thing that's gonna have the longest benefits. Sports are recreation. They're called games for a reason. They're supposed to be fun. But the benefits of your martial art training are forever. If you have questions, if you need to talk about your schedule, if you need some advice on how to handle things or how to juggle things, set up a meeting, shoot me an email, let's chat. I'm happy to do that. In the meantime, stay focused. Stay focused. Get to class as best you can. Be consistent. And thank you for being Lima Strong. We'll see you on the mat. Oos.